Okay, everybody, I don't know what happened. Sorry about that. If you're still trying to find me, um, I hate when this happens. It's something to do with the computer. I think it was trying to upgrade itself, and of course, I told it to do it later. So, yeah, it completely took me off. I reset my router, and let's see where I'm at here. See if I'm going live here. Looks like it's timer. Click on this video again, see if it's going. Okay, nope, that's the old one, so I'm not gonna watch that. That's the one I just did that cut me off. And so, let me see if it popped up a new one. It's going to. It's like Sue's in my chat. But again, sorry, cut off. It's weird. Okay, here we go. 2 watching. Okay, cool. Let me see who's watching so I can thank you for coming back and apologize to you. I'd say it's, it's partial to do with my internet connection, and the other part is to do with, hey, Batcave Comics, thanks for coming back. Part of it is to do with my internet, and then whenever this thing wants to upgrade itself, I always say, tell me later, and then it makes up its own mind. Because I don't have this laptop on at all times. If I did, then it automatically updates itself. But since I don't have it on all the time, it does it every time I try to come on. So I just want to apologize to everyone. The legend figure that I picked up was Gwenpool. And the series for this is Marvel's Prowler. He's number 2. Then you got Spider-Punk, which is number 3. You have Spider-Man Noir, I guess that's pronounce it. And then you have Spider-Woman. You have Marvel's Mysterio, and then you have Marvel's Lasher. And I'll show you the back real quick. And they build the Lizard. And they didn't have Mysterio there. I would definitely grabbed him too. But I grabbed Gwenpool because it was the only one they had of her, and she was at the right price, so I grabbed her. She's pretty cool. She's got like 4 different hands you can change out of. She's got one face you can change or stick it on her tongue because it's the whole selfie pose that she's doing for this. So yeah, that was the last thing I picked up. Hopefully this one doesn't do it again and I lose feed, because that would suck to have it happen twice. This happened to me before, and it was weird for me on my end because I was like, oh, freaking out. I thought I got a virus or something, or someone hacked my channel. But it's another. I use a program here. It's called OBS, and it seems to work really good with my laptop. I know I can do the live stream through YouTube, which one of these days, you might see it pop up, and it'll be like just a tester, just to see how to work it. I just wish there was a way that I can use it without necessarily going live right away, so I don't have hiccups, and I can, really make it work well. And the picture might even be better too. Who knows? So thank you, Batcave, for coming back. Sorry to everybody else that lost me on that last stream. I know that Pope Cerebus wrote a message, and then it was like it was there, and then it went away. I think because he was going to change it, and then I was going to still talk, and then I saw this thing beeping over here telling me, "Hey, lost connection." What? Or maybe that's a timer. I don't know. No idea. So yeah, that was pretty much everything I picked up. I am looking to get the Magneto, though. There is a Magneto that goes along with, I showed this before last time, the Sabretooth and Wolverine, and Marvel's Gladiator, and Storm, and Multiple Man, and Psylocke. When I was there, though, and I picked up the Gwenpool, they did have the Storm there, and I was so tempted to get it because she has a mohawk in this one. It's just awesome. It reminds me of the cover of her and Cyclops going at it on the X-Men cover, saying who's going to lead the X-Men. They had Multiple Man there, and they had Marvel's Gladiator, and they also had Magneto. And I grabbed the Magneto one. I was looking at some of the pops, and then I decided, you know what, I can put that back. I gotta go buy books, and if it's still there, then I'll grab it. So, but I didn't see any more Sabretooth. All the Sabretooths were gone, so I was smart to grab this one. Hey, Farley. Harley's Nerd Cave. How's it going, man? I had a stream going earlier. It died on me, so I came back to show a pop figurine. Or not a pop figurine, a Marvel's Legend figurine that I picked up. Gwenpool. And yeah, I already showed a bunch of books, so I'm just kind of showing the tail end of what I was going to do. But they did still have the Wolverine one, which was nice. They had at least 4 more of the Wolverine at Target. And yeah, they also had, you know, the Target exclusives that they just came out with for the pop figurines, and they had the Noid from the old Domino's. And I was this close to buying it, and I figured, nah, I don't want to get any pop right now. And they had like 6 or 8 of them, but not to say that they won't be gone. Oh, yeah, I'm digging them too. The Marvel Legends figures. I have a slew of them right here, and I have a slew up in my closet that I hanged up inside my closet. My wife will let me do that because she doesn't have to go in there too often. That's where I have some of my older school ones, and then I have some other ones just down below my feet here. Yeah, I didn't grab it, and one of my friends was telling me, grab it. I was like, nah, I don't need it. I'm good. You know, I have enough stuff that my wife is very graciously cool with me getting, but she says, you know, hey, when you start to grow out of your space, that's when, you know, you need to stop. And I'm like, all right. So my books right now are starting to do that. That's why I'm doing the customized box tops, so I can get them more organized, start to get them put away to where it's, you know, out of sight, out of mind kind of thing. So my kids, you know, my kids are really good. They don't try to go after my comic books, which is awesome, because they have their own. They know how, you know, to take care of them. Here comes something again. Let's see, hope I don't lose this feed. No, cancel. I do not want you to update right now. Funny. But yeah, there's gonna be a couple Comic-Cons coming my way again. I just hope I can get to one of them, because I definitely want to see if I can find some of the Web of Spider-Man books that I need. Because I only need 6 more to complete that whole Volume 1 X-Men Classic. I believe I only need 19 more to complete that whole run, which I'll be excited about. And that'll be 2 runs that I've completed. First was X Factor Volume 1, and hopefully it'll be Web of Spider-Man next, because I really want to do that. And then they also came out the new title. I don't know if any of you know about it, but they came out with the Web of Venom, which I do have the #1. We've already showed that book, but I haven't put away. I'm really excited to dive in and read that one. I don't know how long of a series it's going to go, but so far every Venom title that I've read, I've really enjoyed. And of course I enjoyed the old ones too, a lot. Yeah, I don't know if I can show. Showed a lot of well, I've already showed stuff, but I guess I can just show the I've showed those too many other times. Yeah, I don't know if any of you, like, you enjoy the Marvel Legends, Farley. I don't know if you ever got a chance to find Thanos. So far, yes, I am. I haven't read the Web of Venom yet, which I want to read, and I still have to read the First Host. I think it's called First Host. I have issue #1, which I'm going to try to read this coming weekend, because I have no football games scheduled that I have to either go coach, or my son has any game scheduled to play. So I've been really busy doing that and just trying to find the time to do other things. But I am going to definitely dive into those ones and read them. Thanos is a build-up figure, but they did come out with just Thanos by himself. And this one, you know, you can change out his head, and you can change out his hand and stuff like that. This was a Walmart exclusive. I had a hard time finding this one. I know that Undisputed Frost got help from a YouTuber by the name of Count Von Strange. Count Von Strange hooked him up with one, and I know that Frost was just, he was like, wow, that's awesome. You know, Frost was just totally grateful for Count Von Strange to hook him up with one. And then I just went out one day to Walmart, saw it there, grabbed it. I was like, sweet. I actually grabbed 2, one for me and one for my brother. The one that builds up, there's actually 2 that were where you can build Thanos. And let's see here. I think I got is it this one? Nope, not that one. It's definitely not that one. That one builds Apocalypse. Let me see. Was it this one? No, that builds Sandman. Where is it? Is it this one? Yeah, okay. The other series, Farley, that you were able to build Thanos. This was the second one because the first one, I do have a few Marvel Legends from that one, but I never was able to complete that set. But I was able to complete this set, and this one had Iron Man, but Iron Man didn't come with any pieces for it. Captain America did, and Iron Spider-Man did, and I can't ever pronounce her name, but it's one of the henchmen for Thanos. And then Taskmaster and Marvel's Songbird, and then Serpent Society, I guess. But this was the first one I got for that series, Taskmaster, because I like him a lot. Like he's got a skull for a head. But this one builds Thanos, and this one he doesn't have his crown on at all. Those are all the ones you can get. The one I don't have for this set is Iron Man. You know, I'll get it eventually, but he didn't come with a piece, so I wasn't worried about grabbing him right away. I was more trying to get Spider-Man and Captain America, because those were the hardest ones for me to find, but I finally got them. Got them at Walgreens, I want to say for about maybe $18.99 without sales tax. Because up in Oregon there's no sales tax. Then of course, you know, like the Daredevil, which I want to complete this series. I want to say that I have Punisher and Elektra for this one. I still need to get Jessica Jones, and then Marvel's Blade, and then Marvel's Bullseye. Bullseye is one of my favorite villains too. I do have an older Bullseye, but it's not for this series here. But this is more of Daredevil at the end of the Netflix series when he upgraded his suit. Then of course I have the one where he's in the yellow and brown, which is pretty cool. And then Red Skull, Abomination. Red Skull though, it's like Scarlet Witch, Secret Wars Captain America, Marvel's Captain America Britain, Marvel's Eel, Marvel's Wonder Man, and well, they call him Iron Skull, but I know him as Red Skull. But this one, when I saw this one, I wasn't going to leave this one behind, because I know this would be like pretty much probably one of the first ones to go out of this series that'd be hard to find. I try to figure in my head which one's going to be the harder one, and I grab that one first. And sometimes I nail it, and then other times I don't. Other times the one I thought would be the easiest one to find is the hardest one. So it's kind of a catch-22. But I try to get these before I go to Comic-Cons, because some of the guys around here, and I'm pretty sure it happens if any of you have gone to any kind of comic book conventions near you, if you see these out there, they're selling these things for like, you know, $24, $35, $45, depending on the character and what movie's out. You know, and I don't want to pay that much for these when I know I can find them for a lot cheaper. Yeah, I've been seeing that too. Yeah, they were doing that with what was it? They did that with another character. It was called he was called Red Tool, and it was for like he was linked with a Harley Quinn series, and they're saying he was kind of like the Deadpool of DC. You know, I find it very interesting when someone else can maybe draw a character but have them have this, you know, draw a character a little bit different from something that's already been done and give them a different kind of like story, but they still have the same similarities. It's kind of funny. You know, I think it's like, you know, I think what happens is they get to a point where, you know, the creativity is there, but, you know, they're trying to think, okay, is this still going to sell a book, you know, or is this still going to get people's attention to look at this book and want to buy it? So I still give them credit for trying, but yeah, it does get to a point where you're like, it's the same as this one, or someone's trying to say they like this character and they're not. They're completely separate, and you're just like, where are they coming up with that idea? You know, everybody has their own opinions, which is cool. So I try not to get, you know, too much involved in it, but I do still like to hear everybody's opinions on things, and you know, then I take on my own. But you are right, though. It's funny that they would do that. That they would call Red Hood DC's Punisher. Exactly. Maybe because they almost have the same similarities. You know, like they just take them out without questions asked. But Well, as long as he's not brandishing that skull too much, as long as he's not brandishing his skull in front, then I guess I'll be okay with that. But yeah, it is kind of lame when people do that. But whatever sells books, right? Whatever sells merchandise. I kind of look at that too as being like with music, because music plays a big part in all of our lives, whether we realize that on certain days or some days. Because I know if I go to work and they're playing music over the loudspeakers, at work, and I'm working, if they're playing like let's say country, because sometimes that does happen at my work, and I stock at nighttime at my job. And sometimes they're playing country. It kind of just puts me like in a chill, laid-back mode. I'm not hustling as much, but I'm okay with what's going on. It just kind of keeps me going. If they're playing rock music, man, I get into it. I start stalking a little bit more faster. I'm like allowing any distractions to just kind of blow off me, kind of thing. I'm not thinking about it too much. I'm just sticking with my job. And if they're playing like stuff that's like just so sad, it's like then I'm just like, oh man, I can't work in this. I can't work in this environment. And my wife, it was kind of funny. My wife the other day was talking about that, where she works. She works at my kid's school, and she works in the cafeteria now full time, which is awesome. Yeah, thrash metal, exactly. Well, if they play thrash metal, it might be a pit going on. Stuff will break. But my wife was talking about that too. It was funny. She said like, oh, they got on this one station where they were playing like Journey, Def Leppard, Morrissey, INXS, just all the like big bands that were happening in the 80s, and rock music like that. She said when she was hearing that, they actually got done a lot sooner than they thought. That they were all surprised, looking around, going, "Gosh, we're done. I guess we can just sit back now. Cleanup's all done. Everything's done. We can just sit back till we have to go home." So it's just funny how music can really, turn your day around. And playing music, I've done that in the past. I've been in, maybe 4 bands in my time, and it's all been fun. Live and learn, you know what I mean? I've been in like alternative rock. I've been into kind of hardcore metal. And I've also been into, just like kind of 80s rock, arena rock, and it's all been fun playing. But you get to kind of get to know people's personalities down the road, and it just sucks when it crashes and burns. I hear you, Batcave Comics. Yeah. Yeah. I tell you what, when I hear country music, I like old school country from way back in the day. I'm talking like Merle Haggard, Kenny Rogers, that kind of stuff. Johnny Cash, even Elvis, when Elvis had a country album, and Roy Orbison did too. I like that style of country. Some of the newer country, I'm not saying it's bad. I just haven't listened to enough. Hey, Miss Hustle, thank you for coming back. Yeah, I'm back. Got it corrected. Shut off on me. So, like, there's some country I can listen to, but the other ones, it just kind of makes me want to get in my truck, just drive down the road, windows down. I just want to chill. I don't want to be working when I hear country. When I hear country, I just want to sit back and listen to the story, if they're telling a story in their song now. Because the old school country, you would hear stories. Some of this new country, I don't know. It's not that it's bad. I'm just not into it as much as the older country. Oh man. Okay, I'm pretty sure everybody's reading what Farley just wrote in the chat with Nickelback. That's funny. That's funny. Oh, see, yeah. Batcave, I hear you on that too. To go on Nickelback, I do have their first album. Not gonna lie. It could be a guilty pleasure or whatever. I do like Nickelback, and I started to like them a little bit more when I started to watch some of their live concerts. And these guys, I mean, honestly, they were jamming on covers of Metallica. I want to say even Nirvana. I could be wrong about Nirvana, but I know they did at least some Metallica tunes. So those guys can actually play heavy. Some of their songs are kind of hit and miss. I know some people, and probably not my people in the chat right now, some people actually they don't like Imagine Dragons. You know, and I actually like them. I mean, I'm finding out through Spotify some songs I've been hearing on the radio, and I'm like, wow, you know, I didn't realize that was Imagine Dragons, and I do like Imagine Dragons. I think they're a great band. You feel the need to sing. Yeah, they do have those songs where, even though you don't want to sing it, you sing it. You feel like you need to run away. Yeah, Sabbath, True, Metallica, and like you were saying, Batcave Comics. Yeah, you know, I worked at a place. Gosh, when I was still in high school, to get work experience, so I wouldn't have to go to too many classes during the day. I worked at a Chuck E. Cheese long time ago. Okay, that was to get me in the work experience when I was in high school, and also get me to go to concerts. You know, when I was growing up, and they would play one videotape, cassette tape, VHS cassette tape, for that whole month, and I'd hear the same songs over and over again. I'd see the puppets come up and do their show, and I'd just be like, oh God, do something different. And there was like one song I couldn't stand, and it was "Walking on Sunshine." That song, it just seemed like that song would play almost on every videotape we change out month by month, and it just drove me crazy. My wife loves that song. It drives me crazy, especially like, oh gosh, Elton John's, or not Elton John, but oh gosh, what's the name of the band? They sing. It's gonna kind of Crocodile Rockin' by Elton John. That started to drive me crazy, and then the other one was one by B-52s. Rock Lobster. Oh God, I heard that song too much. I was like, it was like that guy in 40-Year-Old Virgin, Paul Rudd, when they kept playing that one artist in the movie, and he was like, if you don't take that tape out, I'm gonna blow this store up. I mean, that's how I felt. I was like, ugh, stop. Slayer, Megadeth. Yeah, I grew up with them too, Farley. I've actually seen those guys in concert. Amazing. That's funny, Miss Hustle. Hey, Pope Service, thanks for coming back, man. I got it all corrected, fixed. Yeah, they're not the worst band ever, but there are some bands out there I'm like, Awesome, Batcave. Yeah, there's still some top 50s I need to watch. But yeah, the one cool thing of my job is that they'll hook it up to the satellite radio, so then we might be able to get like an alternative channel, which is great. But if they go to the adult alternative channel, it'll be great until they start playing Rage Against the Machine, until they start playing Offspring, because they do have some songs where it's like every word's the F word just dropping, and it's like I'll see my manager just like run across the warehouse and go change the channel. He'll change to something. You're just like, oh, what the heck? Here's, you know, he'll change to something really quick, and a lot of times it's always on this one radio satellite channel where they're playing like Backstreet Boys and oh gosh, I can't stand that stuff. And one of my friends, he likes that stuff, and I always pick on him about it. But then we make fun of certain songs too. That's another story. But when it comes on, I hear him sing like, oh, shut up! I don't want to hear this. You know. Because I know the songs because they play all the time on the radio, but I don't listen to them. But I just know them enough that it's like, oh God, I know who that is. You know what I mean? And I'm like, oh, shut it off. For me, I'd rather listen to like, you know, thrash metal, rock, older country. I don't mind listening to like, you know, 70s and 60s and 70s music, because you know, in between that you get a mixture of like Patsy Cline and Roy Orbison and stuff like that. I don't like to listen to the Love, it's titled Love Channel, because that's when every song is just like, slow pace, and it just puts me in this slump. If it's fast or mid-scale, I can keep rolling, and my day just goes by quick. Yeah. Really? Christmas #1 here in the UK. Wow, Batcave. That's amazing. Yeah, I do like, I wouldn't say I love Rage Against the Machine. I do like them. I do have at least two of their albums. I did like when they, what it sucked when the original singer left. I can't think of his name right now, but then they picked up Chris Cornell, and I think those guys did just amazing album, with Chris Cornell. And sad that he's gone. See, I didn't know that, so this is cool. Thank you for sharing that info, that knowledge on his back cave. You're surprised you knew that, Pope? 12:08. I still got good time. I could probably run this for a little bit longer and then, get off so I can kind of put away some laundry. Whew, that's one thing. Coaching football doesn't allow me to do some stuff around the house, and then I get the speaking out loud. I wish somebody would put the laundry away. Oh, jeez, I know who she means. My wife does. I love my wife. There's nothing I would do for my wife, but it's just as soon as she said that, I knew, okay, put things aside, get that done, then I can go back to doing what I was trying to do. Really? That's cool. I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab a beer. Look at the background. My day off. I can grab a beer. Yeah, that's coach. In the recycle and down the hatch. Ugh. This is brought to you by Sierra Nevada 2018 Oktoberfest. Just in time to, hey, don't nest on those, Linus. He's trying to make a nest. He's using a sheet that I covered this stuff up to keep dust off, and he's just jacked up the paper towels. Oh well, it happens. Yeah, I want to say, you just mentioned about Lollapalooza there, Pope Cerebus. I want to say, Lollapalooza really helped a lot of bands get noticed. That was all due to the lead singer from Jane's Addiction. He was the one that set that all up, and he was running that for years. And then when bigger bands came in, he decided this isn't for him anymore, because he set that whole thing up to help out these local bands and bands that don't get the chance to play in front of huge audiences. He set that up for them, and so when Metallica and I'm not sure if Megadeth was there. I know Metallica was there for sure. When they came on, that's when he decided this isn't what I started this whole organization for, and so he left. And I want to Perry Farrell, right? I think that's his name. The lead singer from Perry Farrell, lead singer from Jane's Addiction. And I love Jane's Addiction. From Jane's Addiction, it goes to Violent Femmes. They're a great band. I never got to see them play. I never got to see Jane's Addiction play, which would have been awesome. You always think of South Park. That's funny, yeah, because South Park did an episode where the boys had a band called Moop, and oh, that was pretty funny. They had the Metallica and a bunch of other bands show up and support them on this whole thing, and then they played and they were terrible. Porno for Pyros, yes, that was a good band too. That little band they started up, that was great, man. Tahitian Moon was one of the songs I knew of right off the bat because they played that a lot. They played that on MTV when MTV used to show music videos. What? You know what I mean? It's like now I can watch some older videos if I go and look at VH1 2 or MTV 2. I guess every once in a while they'll show videos, but mostly it's on VH1. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it just sucked when that happened because I know that they were getting huge followings. It was almost like whenever Lollapalooza would be around, it almost looked like if it was Grateful Dead was there because when Grateful Dead comes around here in Oregon, oh my God, man, you will just see people everywhere just camping out on people's yards, and you're like, hey, man, that's my yard, get off, I'll turn on the sprinklers kind of thing. Half the time they don't care, like, oh, cool, shower, and they're all showering themselves. It's kind of funny. Oh, I know that episode. That is funny. Eric Cartman. Oh, I used to be able to do his voice. I can kind of do it every once in a while. I think one of my favorite episodes of South Park was the one where they did a spoof of Lord of the Rings. Oh, that where Butters was trying to get that VHS tape of that porn movie that they got by accident. The parents got by accident to rent for the boys to watch, and they thought it was Lord of the Rings. It was a porno, and Butters got to watch it, and then he was following them all around, and they were trying to return the movie back, and Butters was like, my precious, and then they come walking by some kids that were cosplaying Harry Potter. Asked them if they wanted to play, and Cartman goes, he said a word, I'm not going to repeat it, but he's like, no way, that's the thing, kind of thing. I don't want to say it, but Eric Cartman, you know how he is. It was hilarious. That episode cracked me up so much. And then, there's a few Raisins. That episode cracked me up on South Park with Butters and the girl Portia, or the one where Butters was being a pimp and he was getting girls to go behind the school to kiss girls. Yeah, Butters. You're bidding against Mister? Cracks me up, man. Yeah, I haven't watched South Park in a while just because my kids can't have that stuff on when they're up. So it's bad enough that my son every once in a while flick it to Rick and Morty, and I'm like, no, dude, you can't watch that. That's just not right. You can't watch Rick and Morty. Imagine, oh God, that one was just pushing the envelope big time. Imagination Land. Yes, I remember that episode too. There was a lot of good episodes. I do miss Chef on the show, though. I liked when they had Chef, when they did that one where they were trying to save him. That one was pretty good. He's all singing his songs and talking about doing things. I'm like, eh. But it was just funny. It was funny how they... it was kind of funny how they wrote him out, but it was sad that later on that Isaac Hayes did pass away, Still got 4 watching. Nice. And we're just talking about South Park and everything. This is cool. Appreciate that. I appreciate everybody that came back and jumped back in here. There is one book that I would like to show, but I'm going to wait. I just got to wait on it for a little bit. But when I am ready to show it, I will show it. Surprise, right? Yeah, the Scientology one. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, making fun of Scientology. That was hilarious. Because isn't that the one where Tom... well, it was like Adventure Friends. I think it was the one I was thinking of with Chef. The Scientology one, isn't that the one where they brought in Tom Cruise and he hid in his closet? Hid in... whose closet was it? God, I'm trying to think of whose closet he hid in. And then they brought in R. Kelly. And R. Kelly's singing to him about being in the closet. The confession song. That was hilarious. That was hilarious. Ugh. Yeah. Oh, man. I just haven't watched South Park in a while, but it's just amazing. I can remember half those episodes. I think the first... This is a question I'm going to ask all you guys. For the 4 that are still watching. If you did watch South Park, can you remember the first episode you ever watched of South Park? I remember the first one that I watched that got me hooked. My first one I ever saw of South Park, and it was funny. My friends all told me about this show, and I was like, "Oh, what is this show?" Like South Park, what? And I remember I turned it on, and it was the Hanky Poo one with Hanky Poo. Howdy ho, Kyle. Sure smell flowery. Hanky Poo. And then I remember going up to visit my in-laws, and I told them about the show, and they were like, okay, let's see it. Then I put it on, and I actually watched the whole episode of Mr. Hanky Poo with my mother-in-law and my father-in-law and my wife. And my mother-in-law was just laughing so loud. She thought it was so funny, but that's the only episode she ever watched of South Park. My father-in-law, he was kind of chuckling a little bit, but he's kind of like, reading his paper, went back to read his paper. But my mother-in-law was just laughing so hard, especially when he'd hop around and leave little poo stains everywhere. She thought that was funny. I was rolling, and after that, I got pretty much hooked onto South Park, watching South Park. So I want to say Mr. Hanky Poo really drove it home for me. I thought that was funny. But now my father-in-law thinks I have a fascination with poo, and I do not have a fascination with poo. I just thought that was funny. I'm like, gosh, man, I'm sorry, man, don't spill your drink. Yeah, Mr. Hanky Poo. I freaking love him. I thought it was hilarious, especially when they had the other episode and he's talking about his son, and he's like, "I would ask my son, Corey Wallace. He's kind of not right in the head. He's born with a peanut." He's sitting there walking around with a little freaking peanut sticking out of his head, and he tells him about the circle of life. They're doing like an Elton John song from the movie Lion King. It's freaking rolling. And then, of course, I want to say Mr. Mackey is probably one of my favorites. I love Mr. Mackey. I think the one that I like the most in Gun is the one where he's trying to find out in Gun who left the poop, or how's he say it about the dragon? Who left the poop dragon on the urinal in Gun? Instead of saying the word fuck, say the word I'm good. I like Mr. Mackey. He cracks me up. His head's always swollen. When he released his tie, his head shrunk down. That was hilarious. He's trying to hook up with, what was her face? Oh, God, the one teacher they brought in where, her top upper part was hanging down too low, and the cats were always chasing after her. Yeah, I'll agree with you on that, Becky. But that's the best way to explain it. Yeah, it's just how they they touch a lot of subjects. I mean, I know you know that. I know Pope Cerebus knows that. Anybody else who comes in here, yeah, they touch a lot of subjects, and a lot of them are just like, wow, and that's why they show it real late, and that's why it's mainly adult show. Oh, PC Principal. But yeah, I find it funny. But what's cool is like we all know not to, relate that to real world to where we start acting that way. Unless we're hanging out with our buds and we're just joking around kind of thing. But as kids, they're gonna go to work. They're gonna go to school and be like, acting like Cartman or something, and hating on a certain race, and that's not good. Because kids will definitely repeat what you say. If you have kids, you know what I mean. I don't know, Pope. That's a good question. Yeah, I have a box set. I kind of have an idea where it's at. But the only reason why I bought this set was because they had the first episode of Tally on it, and they have the the Butters episode with raisins. I had to have that episode. I freaking love that. And I believe it also has the Lord of the Rings one on there, which I love. And then that whole one with, oh gosh, it's disgusting to think about, but it's the one where the rat, Mr. Templeton, I believe, is going up you-know-who's, you-know-what, and he's trying to find his way out, and they're playing like the Land of the Hobbit kind of thing, theme song for it. It's just hilarious. There's the Finger Bang episode, which is pretty good. Where they start a boy band, and Cartman's like, let me see. He's like, "I want to finger bang you into my mouth." That part. Tally's good. Tally's your guy. Yeah. When he's sitting there and he's pushing on the keyboard, he's like, doo doo doo, and he's all playing the beat to Funky Town. He's like, yeah. Oh God, how's his voice go? He's like, "Oh wow, this is the beat to Funky Town." And he's like, "Don't forget to bring a towel." He's always talking like that. The episode they kind of did it like the Terminator, that was hilarious with Tally. That was funny because the boys are like looking at him like, "You gotta be the worst character we ever thought of." He's like, "Yeah, but I always gotta get high." He's smoking pot. I mean, it's like, what the hell, dude? A towel smoking pot. It's like, what? Oh God. Yeah. South Park is good. It is good for us, but not for kids. The show I miss a lot was Ren and Stimpy. I used to love watching Ren and Stimpy. That was probably like one of my all-time favorite cartoons back in the day when I was a kid. And then Adult Swim. When I finally started getting hooked on to Adult Swim, I was watching the Venture Brothers. Love the Venture Brothers, and then my friend got me hooked on watching Robot Chicken. And, you know, I've probably seen almost every episode now, so now it's kind of like it's kind of dulled on me. But when I first started watching Robot Chicken, I was laughing my butt off. But you know, I think like one of his big episodes was when he was being a cop. That was hilarious because that's where everybody got that tagline of, you know, it's Big Mouth all the time, you know, that kind of thing. And then maybe the one where he was talking about, he's like, but man, Kenny's being dildo again, man. And then, you know, his mom's like, I know a certain cute you sleeping with mommy tonight. I mean, that was pretty funny. Hopefully no kids are in your guys' house because I don't want to be doing that. That's not good. It's not good. Get a couple drinks in me, though. I get loosen up. Man, I could talk about South Park all day. Music. Comic books, too. Oh, man. My dog's passed out on the floor over there. He's just looking at me like, Dad, are we going to go inside? Alright, he's good. Yeah, today's just going to be a laid back day until I got to go take my son to football practice. That'll be fun to watch him play. I love to watch my son play football. Because he's just like, every time he does something like a tackle or he's throwing the ball, because he's playing quarterback this year more so than running back, he always looks at me and gives me a thumbs up. I'm like, you know, good job, buddy. You know, I can't be out on the field as much because they don't want the parents to get too involved. They want them, you know, the kids to be able to focus on the coaches, and I totally get that. You know, because I know the first year, man, I was running up and down the sideline, running with my son, you know, that's my boy, you know, and yelling, run, Forrest, run, you know. So I get it. And now being a coach too, you know, you also want to let the parents know, you know, like, hey, your son's okay if they're crying, kind of thing, you know, they're okay, we'll let them sit out a little bit, kind of catch their composure and talk to them a little bit, you know, settle them down. Well, hey, Pope. Yeah, I don't want to get you in trouble, brother. I don't want to get you in trouble. And I'll probably be ending this very shortly. But I just wanted to come back on and kind of let people know sorry, what happened, kind of thing. So, yeah, I'll probably be ending this. But man, it was great chatting with you guys. I mean, seriously, Backgate Comics, Pope Cerebus, Miss Hustle. Thank you for coming in here. Make sure I'm not missing anybody coming back. I know some of you are at work. And Farley's Nerd Cave. If you guys didn't check out his channel, check out his channel, please. And thank you for coming here too, man. It was cool talking to you about the Marvel Legends. That's cool. Find somebody else that's looking for these. I love collecting these. To me, this is the cheaper way of getting those just amazing statues that they make. I mean, those things are expensive. If I had a place to put those, you know, I'd be buying those too. I mean, those can be very addicting. I think someone's at my door. Find out in a few minutes. But yeah, C. Wooder. I'm about to end this second live stream because my first one cut me off. But thank you for showing up, C. Wooder. I appreciate that. Okay. Did you have a question, Pope? Go ahead. You can ask before I jump off. My dogs are just barking, so I'm just wondering if it's someone trying to sell me something or if my wife came home, which she wouldn't normally get home around this time. Yeah, go and ask away, bud. Hey, back AC too, man. And thanks, C. Wooder. Yeah, I gotta start watching your guys' streams, man. I got busy, and you know, I love coaching football now. I love watching my son. Oh, was he? Alright, I'll let this run for a little bit longer. Let me go check my door. You guys look at the back screen. Talk amongst yourselves. I give you a topic, but I can't think of one right now. How about, let's see here. I know that they're coming out with a new, I don't know how many different types of issues they're going to do, but they are coming out with the new Carnage book, which I have getting set ready to put on my pull list, because I definitely want to grab that. I'm interested to see where they're going to go with the story with Carnage. I'll be right back. Let me check my door, and then I'll probably hang out for a little bit, ask the questions, and we'll go from there. Right on, man. All right, there was no one at my door. Let's see here. There's the dog that's going to start it all. My minder Mayer. Yeah, you know, the other thing I just want to say before I actually get off this live stream, my second live stream, was that you know, if anybody gets a chance, definitely go check out these top 50. I've been enjoying every single one of them, especially when I get to see some slab books, when I get to see some that aren't slab, and I get to hear the stories of why these books are important to this YouTuber that's showing them. I know half of us out here have done it, and we know. I mean, everybody knows why we're doing the top 50, but we can't say why. You know, and I commend this YouTuber for doing what they're doing and why they're doing it, and it's been fun. I mean, literally, it's been fun. I know there's a lot out there I still got to watch, but the ones I have been watching, I've been really enjoying the top 50 so I can see it. Check out my top 50. It's all Marvel. Nice. Yeah, you're talking about Great Legends auction. Yeah, I try to jump into that. I try to watch it. I'm not ready to pull the trigger on trying to buy books just yet. So I'm still trying to figure out the whole, you know, app, and I'm also trying to figure out, you know, like when would be a good time to buy books. But eventually, when I do, I know there's been a lot of books on Great Legends auction, New York Warriors auction, TiVo or Longbox channel when they do their auctions. There's been a lot of great books out there, man, and I'm just like biting the nails, you know. But I'm glad to see that there are people in this community that have been able to get these books and buy them off of like UC Wooder and I know Amazing Murphy. I mean, there's a list of a lot of people, but I'm glad to see like you guys are able to get these books and sell them at a good price, and the people that are receiving these books, they're receiving them in fantastic condition, and they're very happy about purchasing these books at the price they pay. So it's awesome that this community constantly just keeps giving back and tries to help out, you know, the person that's a strong collector, or you know, whatever, they flip books, whatnot, but that everybody's able to get a chance to get these books at a good price, you know. And it's just amazing that, you know, this is happening. I enjoy watching it, and I know I'll probably get really, as soon as I start like bidding, I'm going to be going crazy because there's a lot of books I still want to get. Yeah. And I don't know if anybody knows, but I believe Great Legend is selling his, if that's what you mean by GL, Great Legend is selling his set of his pop figurines for the Rocky movie, and man, he's getting good bids on that set, and I hope that you know, who's ever bidding will pull through, because you know, I've heard that that's happened a few times where someone has jumped into these live streams and bidded and didn't pay, and that just sucks, because then they, you know, they just kind of don't pay and they don't do what they said they were going to do. And that one person that just bid below them really wanted those books, you know, now they're going to redo them again. And I see that, you know, that can happen at any time. But, you know, I really hope that this works for Great Legend. I hope he's able to sell these, because I know he really does cherish them. And I hope he can get a good price for them, you know. It'd be awesome. You mean Green Lantern? Ha! Hey, Matilda. Wait, Green Lantern, Great Legend, kind of same thing, right? GL. But hey, Green Lantern, number 59. Okay, now I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that would be a great book to have, man. Oh, shout out to Great Legend. There's nothing wrong with that. When I see GL, I think Great Legend. Seriously, whenever I see GL, I think Great Legend. I don't think Green Lantern, which, you know, put the two together, right? Yeah, Matilda, the first one that you were in, it somehow on this end for this program I'm using disconnected. It kept saying that when I try to reconnect, it kept saying to me that it doesn't recognize the name that I'm using to go live. So then I had to reset the router, reset the modem, boom, back on. Yeah, I saw a picture of that bear, Matilda, and I did like it. I'm pretty sure I left you a comment. I really like how you did it. Let me see, got that. Hmm. Oh my God, it's on. No, I did see that bear, Matilda. I liked it a lot. I told you, I said I love bears. But yeah, it is pretty rare. You are right, Pope. It is pretty rare that there are some deadbeats in the auctions. Okay, I haven't seen the colored part yet, Matilda. I'll definitely check it out. You are right. It is rare, but it just sucks, because, excuse me, I keep burping my beer. It just sucks because I like when I have seen some auctions going, I see how much it goes for. I see how excited, the person who's selling their books, how excited they are that they sold it at that price and they weren't even expecting it to be that high. And then you hear later, like, oh man, didn't fall through. And then the one person that really wanted them, it was just maybe a buck less that probably would have paid through, didn't get those books, and now it's got to go back up again. Now the price might even go higher or might go lower, It's always a catch-22, but it's just, I still see everybody that goes on these auctions and does these auctions, that they're still having fun. I mean, they're mainly doing it because, they want to shrink their collection down a little bit, and they want to get these books out to people at a fair price, to where they're not having to just empty their wallet and just dump it out, kind of thing. So it's really cool. I do think these auctions are a great way to support people that are collecting in this community that we have here on YouTube. But yeah, you're all right. Who you drew for liked it. Okay, cool. I'm glad they liked it. If that was me though, I'm gonna be really stoked because that is a cool bear. If not, that's also cool too. I'm not worried because you draw for a lot of people. You work really hard and you draw a lot of stuff for a lot of people, which I think is amazing. All right. So, I tell you what, I'll finish this when I'm done with my beer, and I'm about right there. Right there. So once I'm done with my beer, I'll end this live stream because I gotta do some things I've been putting off. I'm just having fun. This is. Oh, yo, John went cool, Matilda. I appreciate that. Putting this thing on top of my dog. I didn't realize she was right there by my feet. I'm just trying to get it from me smashing it. My female dog, she always lays right by my legs. She's a daddy's girl. Yeah, I love her. She's a great dog. Oh, I expect it to be different. That's fine. I just like the fact that, like, for me, I like the fact that people do like my art. I think it's cool. It inspires me to keep doing it, and I love watching other people's drawings. I just like the I'm trying to think of the right word to say. I just like how everybody has their own unique way of drawing certain characters, or just coming up with things on their own, or if something inspires them, they take from that and they can draw it also. I just love seeing art. I mean, to me, art, the only time I'd ever go wrong with art is if it's way obscure. I mean, I'm talking, just something that you're like, dude, I don't need to see that, or I don't need to see that kind of thing. But everybody that's on YouTube that I've been watching that's been doing art lately and posting it, I've really been enjoying it. And I like to hear how when they're going through the process, or how they came up with the idea. Hey, Pop Seratus, thank you so much for the kind words, and dude, I'm glad if I can make your day just a little bit better. That's awesome, man. That's to me fantastic. But hey, brother, you take care, okay? And like I tell you, when I do know that I'm able to come back down to your area, I will definitely give you a heads up, and hopefully we can hook up something. We can meet up. I'll look for a man carrying a donut box. I'm going to say that because I remember the video that Raven was talking about, which is awesome. Take care, brother. Take care, Pope Service. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you. And Batcave Comics, hello again. I'm about to end this because I'm almost out of my beer. But if the 4 watchers that I still have, if you haven't subbed to Batcave Comics, go check out his channel. I think you'll really enjoy his channel. He shows some great books. He's got a great personality. I'm getting to know him now outside of YouTube, and I tell you what, man, we have a lot in common with collecting books, and we both have kind of like the same sense of humor, which is awesome. Hey, later, Pope Service. Rock on, brother. I hear on that, Matilda. I hear on that. There's some stuff that I draw, I'm like, wow, somebody likes that? Or like I do a video and I'm like, wow, somebody actually liked my video. Or somebody actually watched my video and left a comment. I'm like, cool. You know, because I just try to stay level-headed. I just try to stay to the point where it's like, to me, this is like, I'm a grown-up now and I'm doing show and tell at school, which is cool, you know. And what's great about being behind the camera is no one can throw a spitball at me. Pretty much. That's what saves me. Hey, not a problem, Batcave. Okay, Pope Service. Take care, brother. Take care, brother. And I'm done with my beer. Down to one last one. I'm going to save that for next week. So everybody, thank you for coming back again. Check out my second stream. And just chat with me about anything. I love this. This is what I like to do. It's just let it be open. Talk about whatever we want to talk about. Art, TV shows, comic books, whatever, movies, concerts, you know, whatever. This is what I like to do. I just hear how everybody's doing, what they like, and what they're passionate about, what they love to do. So with that being said, this is Tech Comics saying rock on. Thank you for everybody coming in the second live stream. To everyone that was in my first live stream, thank you so much for hanging out there. Sorry it cut short. You guys are like, what the heck's going on? You know, try to fix it. I'm sorry, that was my bad on my end. Everybody take care, and hopefully I can keep doing this. And it looks like it might be Tuesdays instead of Mondays, because it looks like Tuesday is the one day where I don't have to coach, and my son has practice, but it's like later on at night, so you know, this should work out. Oh, Scotty, what's up, buddy? Oh, yeah, Scotty, was a great show. This is the second part. The first part is where I showed all this stuff. The second part is where I just wanted to apologize to everybody, and then just kind of, you know, show the one Legends figure that I was trying to show, which is my Gwenpool. Stoked to finally, you know, I was stoked to find her. You know, and this collection for this series, the characters aren't too bad, but I think the one I really want to try to find is Mysterio, and I know someone that has one, so hopefully his good luck will rub off on me, and I'll be able to find one myself. So, but thank you for stopping in, Scotty. Beer. But thanks to everyone that stopped in, and you guys all have a great day, and you know, hope everybody can find the comic books that they're looking for, and I hope everybody that's been drawn to keep drawing. It's just a great way to express how you feel, and you know, just to get it out there is awesome. Good or bad reviews, don't let it get to you. You know, just be proud of what you do, and you know, hey, not everybody's gonna like what you do, but tell you now, if you like to draw, I'll like what you do, plain and simple. And it's not just trying to be like, oh well, they drew something, I like it. No, because I can always find the thing that artist is trying to portray in what they're drawing, and that's what inspires me to keep drawing, to keep doing what I'm doing. So that being said, everybody have a great day. Rock on. It's Tech Comics, and hopefully soon too, real quick, me and my brother AG will be able to do either a live stream together, or we'll do a pre-recorded video together, because I have fun showing comic books off with my brother. We get together with beers, and oh my god, it's like it's fun stuff. I'll just put it that way. Alright, take care. It's Tech Comics, and enjoy your day. And I'll still be around, just not as much. Look for me more on Instagram, because that's where I can at least post. I can take a picture, post it, be done. Alright, that being said, 5th time. Right? Rock on. Hang loose for my brother AG. Take care, everybody. Put this over here. Bye. That's right. Yeah. Sierra Nevada. I'll just put that right there. Great beer. There's my point. No, where's my point? Don't drink and work a computer at the same time. It can cause problems. All right, take care, everybody. And go Bears.